Oh, hey, what's up? Need a sword to chop down some bushes? Yes. Fate of the world rests on me. You'll need to sharpen it on this grindstone. About 10,000 turns should do it, I think. You know, I don't actually know if, you can physically do this. Whatever happened to the turbo controllers? Ah! Fuck that, we're doing it this way. I'm gonna grind that stone. Holy crap, how long do you think this would actually take to grind through all this? So, how's your guys' day going? You know what's strange is, this game has a very odd... Is there a way to adjust the... No, I can't adjust, Why is it at 1280 by... Hold on a second. Huh. Huh, there we go. That's weird. Hold on a second. Oh, you can't even listen to the music while I adjust this. That is weird. How come it was stuck on that? Maybe I have to had to unlock a higher resolution with DLC? That is weird. Alright. Yep. I'm gonna make this a video. Grind that fucking stone. I have no idea how long this is gonna take. You think I could create a program to just do a turbo button? This game records in 30 or 60. I got 0 drop frames on mine, which means my internet connection must be screwing up. I'm not sending all the frames. Latency of broadcaster is about 16 seconds. This is a journey. This is like RuneScape, alright? Just listen to music and chill out, I guess. Yay! In fact, let me go ahead and, while I'm doing this, I'm going to be clicking the button in my finger. Let me grab my phone. Oh, my phone's finished charging. It's now at 100%. Sorry, I'm using my left hand right now to do this. I'll switch over to the right once I get sitting down again. Not quite as fast with that hand. Oh, God. There we go. Come on. My phone did not want to turn on for some reason. Oh, it's 11:59 right now. Lovely. So you guys know what time it is. It's 11:59 on December the 5th. Don't know when the video is going to go out. I got quite a few videos to put out. Comcast really screwed me up, not going very far with stuff. So now I'm going to... Oh, Mr. Vapor Beats. These bracelets, you can get them at my... Yeah, they're awesome. Alright. Health. Jesus. Well, Oh man, buy one get one free holiday M&Ms at CVS Pharmacy. That's oh come on. Cheesecake. Yay. Oh god. Phony, come on. The people you guys have stuff with, I gotta have to stop following you. Oh hey, Marcus was at the Descado Gardens. Cool. Less QQ, more pew pew. Of course. Of course. Huh. Buddy's doing crab fishing right now, Fisherman's Wharf. $1,000 worth of rope or 6,000 feet of money. Let's see. Super Tech combo 3-strand plus sinking crab rope. Yay. Oh, it's Vevel Beats. This is gonna take a long time. But it's the grind. It's not quick, it's not skillful. And I'm not unemployed, so it's a bit weird. Oh, that's a very nice picture. La 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 la. Alright. This is gonna be a video by itself. Oh shit. Accidentally. I bet you can buy some CLC to save yourself a grind. Fuck you. We're doing this. Look at that. I'm already a quarter of the way done. Alright. Oh god. Allow me to explain why this guy is such a badass. This is Naruto Uzumaki. He's a soul reaper who's been on a journey with his Pikachu to defeat the Fire Nation because they are digital monsters bent on using the power of the Dragon Balls to create an army of Gundams that'll destroy the universe. Naruto uses his classic powers along with the help of his Beyblades to battle the hollows of the Fire Nation so he can reach Super Saiyan levels and be able to defeat Acnologia, the Black Dragon, but he can't do it alone. With the help of his best friends Spike Spiegel, Inuyasha, and Edward Elric, he has the power to take on any foe and become the Avatar who will save us all. What the fuck? Oh, can I like share? Alright, you forgot to add be the best. Be the best like no one ever was. Yeah. Ah, there we go. Oh man. You get carpal tunnel with this. Is this Carpal Tunnel Simulator, the game? Definitely add a. Let me add a picture here. Nope, adding a picture to Facebook or Instagram. Oh shit, my bad. Let's see here. Damn barnacles always hurt your fingers when you do the... I did not say Danbury clothes. No. Alright, we're gonna try that again. damn barnacles always hurt when you deal with those oysters. Alright, cool. That's good. Alright, share. Ah, man. Someone's had to have made a video doing this before. Holy shit, I've gone 10, basically 10 minutes. I wonder if there's a speed run. I'm using my 360 controller, definitely fucking it up pretty bad. Again, it's used to this sort of mashing, button mash entire other games. It's 12:05 now. Let's see what else we can find on Twitter. Should we do some live tweeting? I want to stream tonight, but why says I'm in the rest office? Aww. Bookie can't stream tonight. Access requested. The fuck? Fuck off. Need playtesters, please. Huh? Meh. Fuck your game. Aww. Put light on there. I do not see flies in America. Where did they go? Oh. Ah, alright, we're almost halfway done. That is definitely a profile pic. Jesus. "12 days of Dell sweepstakes? Really?" Alright, let's see. Let's see what this is about. Almost halfway there. Hope this won't affect my ability to work tomorrow. Post your tweet. Oh, cool. So just enter tweet 12 days of Dell and hashtag sweepstakes. Alright. Cool. Why not? Follow. Wait, do I have to retweet the original tweet? There we go. There we go. Oh, almost halfway. Symbol. Hashtag. Well. There we go. Hashtag sweepstakes. Reply. There we are. Oh, wrong button. Oh, what's this? It's 6 o'clock. Good evening. It's 6 o'clock, and here's what we want you to think. Lovely. Glad some of my videos are actually going up. I love watching enemies beat the shit out of each other. 5F13. I saw DLT, but once Doom did it. I always wished. Yeah. Oh god. Man. I'm keeping myself entertained with stuff, but how am I gonna keep you guys entertained? Maybe I should read something. What can I read? Got lots of books up there. Alright, let's grab a book. Oh god. The Fables of Aesop. How about that one? I'll read a few fables. Bought this for like 50 cents at a thrift shop. That's where I buy most of my books from. Let's read a fable of Aesop. What's a... Oh, I'll read the introduction. How about that? The introduction to Penguin Classics Fables of Aesop. Popular story... 1. Introduction. The fable in Greece before Aesop. Popular stories of one sort or another have existed in every place and age. And since primitive man have usually lived in close contact with wild and domestic animals, it was natural for him to invent stories describing imaginary adventures of animals and make them act and speak with motives and emotions of proper human beings. These special characteristics of the fable is that it is designed or can easily be adapted to teach a lesson in morality or prudence. In a good fable, the lesson is implicit in the narrative itself. So that he who runs may read it, but in course of time, most fables were provided with a moral, an implicit statement of teaching which they were intended to convey. This method of imparting simple instructions for the wise conduct of life is ingenious, striking, and effective. Does that mean a swordfish or an axefish? So it has caught men's fancy that many people have a corpus of fables. Corpus? That was from Morrowind. A corpus of fables either adapted from or modeled on some of those which have existed for centuries. There are no fables in the Homeric poems, but a few occur in the Greek poetry as early as the 8th or 7th century BC. The Boeotian poet Hesiod, addendum, works in days 202 to 212, narrates a story of a hawk and a nightingale. Compare number 73 in this selection. The fragments of Archilochus, fragment 89FF81 Dale, a poet of the island of Paros, contains parts of at least two fables, that of an eagle and a vixen, number 67 below, and one about a fox and a monkey, perhaps similar to number 5. The poems are several centuries earlier than the earliest known fables of any other country. A collection of Indian fables, which were formerly supposed to have been a model for Greek fables, is now known to contain nothing earlier than the 4th century, and most of it probably of much later origin. Moreover, the parallelisms between the changing page Greek and the Indian fables is rarely close enough to suggest direct dependence. It was also recently that some Egyptian and Assyrian fables became known to the Greeks in classic times, but no evidence exists to suggest those influences were either early or important. As far as we can see, therefore, the fable was invented by the Greeks. It may as well be by the Greeks of Asia Minor, or the country of the lion, which appears so often in the stories, and the traditional birthplace of Aesop. Oh, there's the introduction. Number 2. Aesop. By the latter part of the 5th century, Aesop had become a familiar name in Greece. He had commonly spoken not merely as an author, but as the author of fables. We possess very little information about him, and it has been held that no such person ever lived, and that the name represents nothing more than an imaginary inventor of the fable, for the Greeks like to ascribe each kind of composition to a real or fictitious finder out. There is, however, early reliable authority for the actual existence of Aesop in the histories of Herodotus, 2:134, who, writing in the second half of the 5th century, states that Aesop, the maker of stories, lived in the time of the Egyptian pharaoh Amasis, i.e. the middle of the 6th century, and was connected with the island of Samos. 2 gives reason for thinking that he was a slave belonging to a Samian citizen named Iadman, and 3 implies that Aesop met his death at the hands of the people of Delphi. That fucking oracle of Delphi. Bitch. Herodotus speaks of him as a well-known person and assumes that the place and manner of his death are commonly known ledge, and there is no reason for denying the truth of what he says. As to Aesop being a slave, the position is not quite clear. Herodotus gives good cause for believing that if he was a slave, he was a slave of the Samian Iadman, but he does not tell us how he knows Aesop was a slave at all, and the evidence which he adduces would be consistent with his not being a slave but a relative of Iadman. However, his servile condition was universally accepted in antiquity, and it may well have been an established fact, too well known to need any proof. The statements of latter writers about Aesop must be accepted with caution, because we generally have no means of knowing whether they rest on good authority. They give us that he was by birth Phrygian or Phrygian, and they give more or less circumstantial accounts of his death. Aristophanes, Wafs 1446-7, says the Delphians accused him of stealing a cup from their temple. Plutarch, De Sera Numenius Vindictia, number 12, says that he gave offense to the Delphians, who in revenge trumped up a charge of sacrilege against him and put him to death by hurling him from a rock. The commenter, gotta scratch my head. There we go. A commenter on Aristophanes adds to further detail, they planted a gold cup belonging to the temple into Aesop's baggage, a story suspiciously like other stories, such as that of Joseph and Benjamin in Genesis. Eventually his name became the center of fantastic legends. He was alleged to have been paternally ugly, misshapen little man whose hideous appearance contrasted strikingly with his brilliant sallies of wisdom. He made everyone laugh, not only by the cleverness of his storytelling, but his grotesque manners and stammering speech. Like me. Finally, after he died, he came back to life and fought at the Battle of Thermopylae. Oh, yeah, there we go. He's Jesus. No wonder. So that's what happened to Jesus. From the 5th century onwards, the Aesopian fable... How many minutes have I been going for? Shit. I think I've been going for over 20 minutes of this. From the 5th century onwards, the Aesopian fable and the tradition of Aesop the storyteller became very popular, especially at Athens, as is shown by the many references to him or to the fables attributed to him. In Aristophanes, Xenophon, Plato, Aristotle, and other writers. We do not know whether or not Aesop's own version of many fables were written down by him or by any of his contemporaries, and even supposing that some of them were written is very unlikely as they are preserved in versions that we possess. It is clear Aesop's name, sorry, just flipping the page, was so closely associated with this kind of story that any fable came spoken of in the fable at Aesop. Aristophanes attributes to Aesop's fable of the eagle and the vixen, which was known to Aristolochius a century and a half before Aesop's time, and it appears in the collections of in later collections of fables of Aesop. My finger hurts. Okay. Ow. 3. Later history of the fable. After Aesop's lifetime, newly invented fables were nearly always attributed to him. Most of them, old and new, would certainly be current in different forms, expanded or abridged, and were continually varied in detail. There is evidence that before the beginning of the Christian era, the adaptation or invention of fables became a regular part of a rhetorical training. The earliest recorded collection was made at Athens about 300 BC, but nothing is known about it beyond the fact that it was compiled by Demetrius, a famous citizen of the Attic Dame of Phalerum. A few fables occur in Greek and Latin literature of the 2nd and 1st centuries. Horace alludes to several and narrates or summarizes 3. See the notes to notes 1, 41, and 46. A collection which is probably the earliest known extant was made in Latin verse by Phagius, a slave born in Macedonia who lived most of his life at Rome and became a freedman of the Emperor Augustus. It includes many fables which we have also Greek versions, others which, though not elsewhere known, are doubtless of Greek origin, and some clearly Phaedrus' own invention, which refers to the contemporary social and political conditions. Most of the stories are simply and concisely told in language made attractive by its liveliness and charm. Several Greek authors of the 1st and 2nd centuries AD introduced fables into their works. A few of them, apparently new, but for the most part known to us from other sources. A good many are narrated or referred to in the biographicals and moral treatises of Plutarch, and the satirical dialogues of the romances of Lucian, which I believe I actually do have Lucian's romances. I don't remember. The first extant Greek collection of known authorship was made by Barrius, a Hellenized Roman who not later than the end of the century wrote some 140 versions in verse. There is some artificiality in his treatment of the stories, and his style shows the affection and debasement and characterized much of the Greek literature of the period. The Greek had become a cosmopolitan language, but he had literary skill and caught the ear of his contemporaries. Most of his fables are not otherwise known to us, but may be derived from the earlier collections of which no record has been preserved. About AD 400, the Roman Avianus composed 42 fables in Latin verse, using Babrius as his main source and expanding his originals by the addition of much descriptive detail. It is sad stuff, but contemporaries on and quotations from this text show it has long remained popular. I have no idea what I read. I don't know what I just read just now. I just read stuff. Prose paraphrases of the poem Phaedrus and Avianus began to be made from the 5th century onwards, and it was neither Greek versions nor, it may be, Phaedrus, and the Legend of Fables. A collection of French versions appeared as early as the 10th century and was followed by many others, culminating in the 17th century with the masterpiece of Jean de La Fontaine. I believe he was killed by Arnaud Dorian. Isolated fables occur in English literature from the earliest times. There are collections dating from the 5th century. All these French and English collections, though they may contain a certain amount of original matter, are based mainly on traditional stories descended ultimately from classic Greek sources. God, it's been half an hour. I've been just mashing this button. Oh, how long is this fucking introduction? Okay, it's almost good. We got only a few pages left. And not much left to grind. 4. In addition to the metrical versions mentioned above of limited scope, but of known authorship, we possess much more comprehensive collections in Greek prose of unknown authorship and date. They are preserved in more than 40 manuscripts containing between them over 350 fables. The collections vary greatly in size and content. Some fables are recorded in only 1 or 2 manuscripts. Others appear in many manuscripts, which sometimes give several differing versions of the same tale. Apart from the fables who are narrated or referred to by authors known date, Astrophanes, Horace, Phaedrus, Plutarch, Babrius, and others, there is no external evidence to show when most of these stories were first invented, and we can only try to guess when— oh, shit! Some things in life are worth doing the hard way. This probably wasn't one of them. I salute your effort, Ben. I did it! Holy shit! Alright, fuck the book. We're done. I'm gonna kick your ass. Hope that sort of works out for you. It's all I've got. Remember this? How you're supposed to buy DLC? I didn't. I spent 30 minutes here. Fuck you.